Can a former president, known for his fiery rhetoric and controversial policies, really be a contender for the Nobel Peace Prize? As the world watches the Norwegian Nobel Committee prepare to unveil this year's winner, one name dominates the conversation: Donald Trump. But here's the catch. His bid for the prize is as polarizing as his presidency. Let's break down why this is sparking debates and what it reveals about the award's evolving standards. But here's where it gets tricky. Trump isn't just claiming he deserves the prize, he's actively pushing for it, citing his role in ending 7 wars and brokering a ceasefire in Gaza. Yet the question remains, does his record align with the Nobel's mission of promoting peace, diplomacy, and global cooperation? Let's dive into the facts, the controversies, and the debates that could shape this year's decision. And this is the part most people miss. The Nobel Peace Prize isn't just about ending conflicts. It's about the impact of those efforts. Trump's supporters argue he's a master negotiator, pointing to his 20-point Gaza peace plan and mediating deals between Armenia and Azerbaijan. But critics highlight contradictions. While he claims to end wars, his administration also authorized strikes in Yemen, Somalia, and the Caribbean, raising questions about whether his actions align with the prize's values. This duality is at the heart of the debate, boldly highlighting a controversial point. The Nobel Committee has a history of awarding figures with contentious legacies. Think Henry Kissinger, who won for ending the Vietnam War, despite his role in escalating conflicts, or Barack Obama, whose prize was criticized as premature. If Trump were to win, it would reignite discussions about whether the committee prioritizes intent over action or political symbolism over tangible peace. What's your take on that? Share your thoughts below. Expanding the story. Trump's claims of ending wars are both specific and vague. He lists conflicts like the India-Pakistan aerial clash and the Cambodia-Thailand border truce. But many of these are disputed or involve complex geopolitical dynamics. For instance, while he credits himself for a 2020 Serbia-Kosovo deal, the EU and NATO were central to that agreement. Similarly, his role in the Gaza ceasefire is seen as significant, but critics argue U.S. military support for Israel complicates his narrative. These nuances matter when evaluating his credentials. A deeper look at the nominees. With 338 candidates, the Nobel Committee faces a tough choice. Trump isn't the only contender. Leaders like Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas and environmental activists are also in the running. However, his high-profile advocacy and political clout make him a standout. Notably, several world leaders, including Cambodia's Prime Minister and Israeli PM Netanyahu, have publicly endorsed him. But as one expert notes, the committee must weigh his contributions against his actions, like withdrawing from international institutions or threatening to annex Greenland. The bigger picture. The 2025 award comes amid ongoing crises, from Ukraine to the Middle East. This context adds pressure on the committee to choose someone whose work addresses global tensions. Yet, Trump's candidacy raises a critical question. Should the prize reward potential or proven impact? While his supporters tout his diplomatic efforts, skeptics argue he's more focused on self-promotion than sustained peace-building. Final thought: if Trump wins, it could redefine the prize's purpose. If he doesn't, it might highlight the challenges of balancing politics, ethics, and real-world outcomes. Either way, this year's decision will spark heated discussions. What do you think? Does Trump's record justify the Nobel Peace Prize? Or is this a case of political favoritism? Let's hear your perspective in the comments.